Hi everyone, it's Jessica from The Secret Life of Parkinson's. I'm still by myself. You will see Brian and I together next week. We're going into the studio tomorrow to record a few episodes, so we'll get back into it, and summer break is over for us, I guess, right? June, we kind of took some time for vacations, but I did want to still post today because I had an interesting conversation with my neurologist earlier this week. I love my neurologist. I've been with her she's a movement disorder specialist. I've been with her for 5 years, so ever since my diagnosis. But we had an interesting conversation that I know a lot of people, we talk about, because we bring up certain issues, whether it's, now we have shoulder pain, I had elbow pain, people have, knee pain, hip pain, and, some of that is obviously related just from like aging, which I totally get. But when I started having issues with my elbow last year and it got really bad earlier this year, she increased my medication to see like, okay, if it's Parkinson's related, will this help? At the time, it wasn't really doing anything like increasing the carbidopa-levodopa. So then that's when she sent me to physical therapy. And it was there at physical therapy that they said, because I roll my shoulder in, like this is my right side is the affected side, it's making my shoulder blade stick out, which is then causing the issue. I don't know, like there's like a knot or tension or something underneath my shoulder blade because I was not standing up straight. And that was what was causing the issue in my elbow. So once we strengthen up my back and my shoulders, I'm in a much better place now. I have full range of motion again with my arm. I can move it, twist it, do whatever I used to do, which I wasn't able to do earlier this year. And so my neurologist this week was like, okay, so since the physical therapy, like you're doing good, your elbow's in a better place. She's like, why don't we take you down on carbidopa-levodopa back to kind of where you were, because I became more dyskinetic with the higher increase. And that's just annoying. I don't really like it. So she's like, why don't we take it down so you're not as dyskinetic? I was like, okay, great. And she's like, yeah, now that we know that the elbow issue isn't Parkinson's related. And I was like, but it is Parkinson's related. She's like, well, no, physical therapy, you were able to do this and that. And I was like, I know, but my shoulder blade is the culprit, it's like, and it was because I wasn't standing up straight. So some people could say, well, it's everybody like bad posture, etc. But, for my age, whatever, I'm like, I have bad posture, I guess, on that side because Parkinson's makes you roll in. And again, it's only on my right side. It wasn't on my left because my right is my affected side. And so I'm like, no, it is Parkinson's related because my elbow wouldn't have hurt if my shoulder blade wasn't sticking out. My shoulder blade wouldn't be sticking out if my arm wasn't going down. My arm wouldn't be going down if I didn't have Parkinson's. So yes, it's Parkinson's related. I can see why people say it like things are not, because it's not, direct correlation. But I don't know. I just think it's a really interesting conversation and interested to see what other people think. Because I know everybody else has a lot of other pain and issues like with their back or with, their neck and their shoulders and their knees or whatever. And doctors even want to say like, it's not Parkinson's related. It's like, but it is. All to me as a patient, everything that happens to me for the most part, I'm always going to attribute it to being Parkinson's, because ultimately Parkinson's is affecting my entire body. So if it's affecting my body doing one thing, it could be triggering a response to something else or triggering an effect. So, but it all started because of Parkinson's. So I don't know if that's like the right way to look at it, but that's the way I'm going to look at it. And that's why I told my doctor that that's how I'm looking at it, it is Parkinson's related. So now I just have to focus on, stretching and making sure I keep my shoulders back. So when you do hear, if you're exercising and they say, pull your shoulders back, there's a reason for that. You got to keep your shoulder blades down so that you don't have those issues that will then ultimately result in like, getting rotator cuff surgery or knee surgery or whatever it may be. So I don't know, that's all I wanted to share for the day. And like I said, we'll be back next week with some amazing episodes that I'm super excited about. We'll be talking to a neurologist, and we'll be talking to an individual that does programming for DBS. We are also interviewing the woman who started that comfort linen. We haven't talked about that yet, but it's they're bed sheets, and they're probably made for anybody in with certain, I don't know, ailments or whatever, like trying to get in and out of bed easily, but they're specifically for Parkinson's, at least for this this brand that she's representing. So gonna have her on to talk about that, and then much more, as you can imagine. So anyways, that's all. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye.